Hello there and welcome to another Commodore 64 playthrough. This time I'm going to play through ACE2, or the sequel to Air Combat Emulator. So what's this game about? Well, first of all, the music's brilliant. It's a very popular SID tune amongst the community and the remixes. But the game is a lot more simple and straightforward than the original ACE, which I've also featured on my channel. This is a straightforward dogfight. So the idea with this is that you play against another opponent, whether it be the computer or another player sat next to you. And there are one or two missions. You can either do the full sort of mission where you go and shoot things on the ground, and you can also shoot things in the sea, or you just play as a dogfight against the other opponent, which is what I'm going to do now. You get this split screen, which is what you can see in front of you, and then straight away he's going to fire a missile at me. So I fire a flare against him. Just going to sort out now. So you press Q, that drops a flare, and then also I'm going to get out of the way as much as I can. I'm banking to see if he does that. Oh, so he hit me, brilliant. So I've changed my weapon down to a heat-seeking missile. Also, he's very close, as you can see from my little dials at the bottom. So I'm going to swing around, so I need to drop a flare straight away because he's going to get me otherwise. Apparently you're meant to wait till it's within a mile, but to be perfectly frank, you know, I don't have that luxury. So I've just fired a missile at him. You can tell by the change of pitch, and I got him! Yay! I'm not being sexist, I'm assuming it's a he. If it's a she, I apologise now. So let's drop a flare. Has that worked? I'm going to change direction. I think it's worked. Then again, let's drop another one, and I'm dead. So I've set this up so you get 3 hits before your plane dies. So as you can see, I've got 2 planes left, and he's still got his complement of 3. Let's give this another whirl. I think it's grossly unfair how he straight away gets to hit me with something. Hit him back. So it's within 3 miles. It's within 1 mile, so I better drop a flare. The flares don't always work, and I don't think this one's going to work. Oh no, did I get him? Let's have a see, I'm not quite sure. So I'm just swinging around now. Increase my speed. I've just fired a missile. So you only get so many missiles, as you can see. You only get... oh, I've hit him. Yay, fantastic. And then... oh, nearly got them. These missiles, you just have to point and click, and they hit the target. The ones that go sort of radar or ship to ship, you have to sort of guide, you have to sort of basically follow them in. Oh, I knew I was going to get hit. Oh, and again, it's just me, game over. And you can either use the heat-seeking missiles, or you can use your cannon. Oh, am I going to get hit again? I want to get his ship. There's the ship. Go on, son. That's you in trouble. In fact, I might try the cannon while I'm here. Oh, no. So he's going underneath me, so I'm going to go up. Yeah, hit him again. This is exciting, isn't it? Right. So, right. So how does this compare to ACE? So with ACE, you had all these different scenarios. It was pretty open-ended what you wanted to do. You didn't have to follow a set plan. You could do a ground mission, a sea mission. You could just blow the aeroplanes out the air. You know, there was no real emphasis on what you had to do. This is just more straightforward, more arcadey, and I'm not sure that it has the same sort of appeal as ACE did. It's also a pretty sort of it's not obvious what you're meant to be doing all the time. Apart from the fact of dying, which I'm getting very close to doing. You know, there's some fans of it. There's some fans who prefer this. It's a lot more straightforward. But I've run out of flares, which is great. So I need to go up into the air quickly and try and get myself out of the way. Oh, this could be curtains for me. This could be curtains for me. Yeah, I thought it would be. I got closer this time though. As I say, there's fans that like this game. You know, it's very popular with certain players. How the hell has he shot from me from behind? I suppose he might be coming straight at me. I never thought about that. Let's drop a flare. Oh, come on. Oh, that's me hit. Oh, he got hit as well. Oh well. You know, these games were quite popular in the 80s with films like Top Gun. In fact, there is a Top Gun game, which I'm going to review at some point, which is even worse than this. So, you know, don't wait for that. But Yeah, it's not very cool. I mean, if you press X, you get to see a map, but there's nothing on it. You know how exciting! I guess that's for when you do the sort of mission type things where you can play that as well. So yeah, so I'm not. It's not a particularly. Oh, I got. Can I actually enter my name? Oh, I can. Wow, that's nice, isn't it? You don't normally get to enter your names in these sort of things. You know, it is it is what it is. Really, it's not. What am I going to do? Let's have a do. Air to ground. Radar. Yeah. So that's all exciting. So let's just take off. And then if I look in my map, I can sort of see where I want to go. So like you can see the ship, or you can see the town, if you like, inland. But yeah, so this is the sort of game really. So this is, as I say, this is ACE2. I'm going to do Ace of Aces as well, which is the sort of third one. Now that's very mission based. That's all basically, it's the Second World War II, and you have lots of missions that you have to do in terms of blow up V2 rockets and bomb trains and stuff. It's not as good as Ace either, but it's a little bit more. It's got a better feel to it, and you just feel like you're a bit more involved in the game. You know, this is just it's just a very simplistic game. This, and I can see they've tried to do something different with the two screens, if you like, you know, where you can actually sort of see that. But the problem with that is you can actually see what your opponent's doing anyway. You can see how much fuel they've got left, how much ammunition, missiles, that sort of thing. So again, that sort of takes the point away a little bit. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this game. If I played it a bit more, I could probably relearn some of the things and get a little bit more involved in it. But whereas Ace, you could play for hours. I think with this game you could probably play it for 15 minutes, I suppose, max, and then you get a bit bored. So yeah, so that's ACE2. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you've got any questions, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.